Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made this fun little card using the Construction Zone stamp set. This stamp set can be found in my online store and reminds me of my son when he was little. I've created this card using Tonka colors because that's what scattered our sandbox when he was young. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. I'm going to start with the stamping for this, and I'm going to bring my cement truck in here and ink it up really well with my tuxedo black. I want to make sure I've got good coverage on this stamp since it's a solid image. I'm going to stamp it here in the center because I'm going to be die cutting it out. And then I'm going to bring in my strip of designer series paper here and my sentiment. And I'm going to ink up that sentiment, once again, making sure it's got good coverage. And stamping it in the lower right-hand corner. There we go. I've got that finished, and so I'm going to bring in my inside panel. And for this, I'm going to take my little man, and I'm going to ink him up, and I'm going to place him in the corner here. And then I'm going to take my little cone and put one down in the right hand corner like so, and I'm ready to color. For the inside of my card, I'm going to start with the Daffodil Delight here, and I'm simply going to do my little cone, and then I'm going to take the pumpkin pie and I'm going to do his little safety vest. I'm going to come back with the daffodil because I forgot to do his little hat. And then I'm going to bring in my flesh tone and I'm going to do his little hands, face, and that's done. Next I'm going to do his little shirt, and I'm using the real red for that. And I'm going to do his pants in the misty moonlight. If you want to protect your tip, you can lay this down on your table and slide it in. That gives you a visual, and then simply click. There you go. Okay, I've got my inside done and I'm ready to work on my concrete truck. And so I'm going to bring in my dark smoky slate and I'm going to do the tires quickly. And then I'm going to bring in the light smoky slate and I'm going to do the hubcaps, the steps, and the bumper on the truck. And last but not least, I'm going to do the drum for the concrete mixer. And the cab. And I'm going to use my fine tip for this since this has got some small lines that we need to go through around the window. There we go. And if you want, you can also do this outer section of the cab like so. I've got all my Stampin' Blends coloring done and I'm ready to cut out my concrete truck and move on to assembly. While I was at my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, I also cut out a coordinating layering circle for my concrete mixer here, and so I'm ready to start assembling. I'm going to bring in my sentiment here and my basic white cardstock panel, and I'm going to adhere this to the front. This is a little longer so that I can trim off the excess, making it a perfect fit. So I'm going to add some adhesive here, here, and along the one edge. That'll catch both ends quickly and easily and line it up just like I want. So there we go. And then I'm going to bring in this basic black strip and I'm going to adhere that right on top of that designer series paper and adhere. I'm going to butt that right up, and of course this is also a little long so that if you want to, you can center that and just trim both edges at one time. So I've got this on here and I'm going to use my paper snip and simply follow the edge of my card front panel. And that gives me this beautiful layered look that was quick and easy. Next, I'm going to bring in my card front, and I'm going to fold it on the score line. Now, this is a fun little fold. It opens a little differently and has this look here. I call it a hot dog fold, and I'm going to adhere this right onto the front. This fold just gives this card a little more whimsy since it's for that special young man. Going to add that down, and then I am going to add my circle. Now I'm going to add this slightly off. You could add it in the center if you want, but I want it a little asymmetrical, so I'm going to put it slightly to the left, like so. And then I'm going to bring in my concrete mixer, add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back to pop it up and give it a little bit of a shadow. Remove the backings and adhere that down just like so. I am ready now to add my inside panel. I can stamp this if I'd like, or I can simply set it inside so that it's ready to go when I get ready to send it. This stamp set has got these fun little images for all those guys in our life, both young and old. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.